Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a couple of goofs in love that love reacting to the Clone Wars.
Yes, we do.
And so we're checking out Season 3, Episode 5, Corruption. Padme Amidala uncovers a plot beneath Mandalore's facade. Ooh. Back to Mandalore. Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
The challenge of hope is to overcome corruption.
What a quote.
Senator.
Duchess, it's good to see you.
Our decision to stay neutral has caused distress in the Senate. But for many here, the fallout from your war has been too much.
If your government has trade concerns, we can talk. Not everyone in the Republic has neglected Mandalore.
The help we need now is opening trade routes, so we may get supplies more freely.
We are making progress in the Senate.
I did not bring you here to discuss politics. I had hoped to show you the new Mandalore.
Not the typical Mandalorian welcome.
I just wanted to greet you myself. Before the others.
It's like they're on a Disney ride. Mm-hmm. I was waiting for It's a Small World after all to start playing.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
We are a people of tradition.
Fancy. They have like a bunch of soda back there?
Hurry up. Get that stuff unloaded, quickly.
Is that gut milk?
Your arrival isn't listed here on my schedule. So what exactly are you unloading on my dock?
I'm sure it won't happen again.
There would be 5 times as many officers out here. You're lucky.
Luck has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Well, deal with me directly in the future. Got it?
As you wish.
I'm afraid our neutrality has caused our people to suffer. War between the Separatists and the Republic rages across our galaxy. It has caused trade routes to be closed to Mandalore. It has forced us to turn to a black market filled with corruption.
Mandalore should not need to pay smugglers to feed its people.
I'm sure you and the Trade Federation make a profit whether our business is legitimate or not.
I resent that.
Order! Please!
Almec seems a bit overwhelmed.
If you're volunteering your services as a negotiator, please be my guest.
But the longer you argue, the more your people suffer. New trade routes are essential to survival.
What would you propose?
The Republic can provide security.
Public's own dealings with the black market far surpass Mandalore's.
It's quite hypocritical of you to come here and lecture to us about corruption.
Mandalore cannot
Trade
protect
This
its
is
president
the
of
price.
Harum.
Oh, well, this is going great.
Silence! I call this meeting adjourned. We will reconvene and allow cooler heads to prevail.
Way to shut that down, Empress.
What is this stuff?
Slavin, a diluting agent. We can make twice as much tea at twice the profit.
Isn't it toxic?
Only if the dosage is wrong, so get your mixture right.
Yeah, that doesn't look
Not
toxic
good.
at all.
How do you feel about the Republic's war with the Separatists?
In the Senate, the Chancellor says it's going very well, but my sources say otherwise. There are times I wish I could follow Mandalore's lead. Neutrality, and not just in the war.
The contamination of greed reaches deep and far within the Republic. Too many senators serving their own interests.
There are still those of us who work to overcome the corruption and believe it to be possible.
A new hospital is opened. Tomorrow you and I shall visit, see true good at work.
Huzzah!
What's going on here?
I have no idea. Dr. Zaz is handling the outbreak. He's inside.
Guess they didn't get their ratios right.
Shocking. It's like all the kids impacted. Oh.
These children have been poisoned.
How?
We don't know.
Well, ask them what they all drank.
Have you identified a cause?
We're testing their food. If we find something, perhaps we can create an antidote, but it will take some time.
Test food and drink.
Yeah.
What if it's not a poison? It must be Death Watch.
In the past, the Death Watch attacks have only been directed at myself and the administration.
Perhaps the Senator's visit has inspired them.
Our minds should be on the sick children that are dying in the streets. What are you going to do to save them?
I must speak to the ruling council about this matter.
All talk, no action.
His concern for the children
Was practically none. All he thinks about is politics. As my personal guards, you are the only ones I can trust to investigate this matter.
Each of you will be getting a special comlink and datapad.
This must be a closed-loop affair.
Hundreds of children have been poisoned.
This is a Mandalorian matter, and we must find out who dares poison our children. Thank you all.
Those are her unsullied.
So, where do we start?
We've cleared the food here. None of it is tainted.
What about what they ate yesterday?
Menu of food is pretty regular. You would have caught something with our tests.
I know.
What about their drinks, Doctor?
There you go.
Thank you.
What about the bottled drinks?
They are allowed through an outside vendor. Excuse me, child. I must borrow your drink.
Get your own kid. Tough.
That kid looks so
know.
devastated.
Oh yeah, let's not test the one that comes from like an outside distributor.
For an outbreak of this size to occur, I'm afraid it's a sign of a much, much deeper-seated corruption than I had imagined.
This tea contains a high level of slabin.
I didn't know Slabin was lethal.
Mixed with the tea and at this concentration, I'm certain it's the cause of the children's illness.
Is there an antidote?
So we should be able to find out where the tea came from.
Well, then let's get to the docks.
But again, an antidote?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like the school's import log has been erased. There's no record of an outside vendor.
Superintendent?
I'm actually on my way to the hospital. I have to go.
Stop him!
Yeah, dude. Not gonna go your way.
You're a shitty liar.
Yeah.
Where did you get the tea?
I never meant to harm anyone. Needed to cut costs. The school's budget was too low. They offered me a great deal. I could keep some money for myself too, but I didn't know that...
And there it is.
All this because you were greedy?
Yep. Always happens because of greed.
Was Death Watch involved?
I don't know. I dealt with a middleman. His name's Sadiq. He works for a shipping company.
Tell us where.
And in the meantime, I hope you go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
What you've done is illegal.
My corporate contracts protect me, Duchess. Look, I'm sorry there are sick children, I truly am. But I'm just a messenger.
Where do you get the tea?
From Muga. Here we are. Shipping schedules from Muga.
And a customs official reports these to the government.
As far as I know,
Are these all for the ones bringing in the tea?
they're actually bringing in a shipment tonight. You want to know which dock?
I hadn't pictured us in such an informal setting.
During your tenure as queen, you became quite familiar with such excursions.
One can only survive the rigors of courtly formalities for so long.
We are of the same mind.
They're besties.
I was gonna say, I like their friendship.
Welcome back, gentlemen. I'm here for my inspection.
Certainly. We would expect nothing less.
How can they operate with such impunity? I need to find out how far up the chain of command this corruption goes.
Bribery of a customs official at the shipping docks? I'm afraid not. The docks are a highly secure area, free of dangerous criminals.
Sure.
The most dangerous weapon in the galaxy is money, Captain.
Smuggling does not take place on my watch.
And were you watching as children were dying?
Duchess, with all due respect,
If you want my respect, you will arrest these criminals and stop stalling. Why else would you not be down there with a patrol unit making arrests? Unless you're involved.
Yep.
all right, we'll see what's going on.
It's either hubris or greed, dude, but neither one of those is very admirable.
Satine, what are those guards doing here?
Did you order them here?
Duchess, I've been with you the whole time. Guards, let us into this warehouse.
We're under strict orders not to let anyone in.
By who?
I command you, open these doors.
Arrest them!
Now do you believe it? Oh, you run a tight ship, dude.
Hold it right there.
Nice shot.
It was a good
though.
shot, yeah. Alright. You're the commander for a reason. Ooh.
Well, he had one good shot.
Yeah.
Go
yeah,
Padme. She's
Oh,
a better shot.
yeah.
Ooh,
Slick
he's
move.
good.
Yeah.
Impressive shooting for a senator.
It was better than yours, dude.
Yep.
I want you to burn down this warehouse.
But there's evidence.
Burn it down, or I'll consider you a part of this conspiracy, Captain.
Burn the warehouse.
It's odd. He brought up a good point about the evidence.
Yeah. I mean, they already caught everyone that's involved, or what do they want?
It was a group of black market smugglers.
I don't know how their trials work.
What about the sick children?
I ordered shipments of the antidote for all the schools and hospitals.
I'm glad this is over.
I'm afraid it's not over. The corruption we witnessed is intolerable.
I'm setting up a committee to look into it.
Children nearly died because our government cannot...
All about setting up committees.
This will not go unpunished.
I'm counting on you, Almec. I'm troubled, Padme.
You heard Prime Minister Almec say he'll investigate.
But this corruption, the very people conducting this investigation might be corrupt. Perhaps a Jedi working undercover at the Academy could be of service to us. For if we lose our young, Mandalore will indeed be lost.
Jedi like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Don't lose hope, my friend.
Senator?
Duchess.
So it's nice seeing Padme be a badass.
Hell yeah, it is. I love their friendship. I love the like female duo, and I love the different perspectives that they bring. One who's kind of on the outside and in the position of neutrality, the other who is within the Republic and part of the government, and both of them working towards the same means. And it was interesting, Padme's comment even about, sometimes I wish I could follow your lead and be neutral, because our knowledge of Padme is she is so invested in this government and the Senate and doing good. So it was an interesting comment to have.
And I would get rid of the captain of the dock or whatever like that, because he's so arrogant and so wrong on like so many different levels, and he had zero authority on anybody. Just like, all right, stand aside, men. Like, don't you know who this is? It's like, shouldn't have been like, I mean, yeah, the Duchess was there, but aren't you like their captain? Like, shouldn't be like, don't you know who I am? And yeah, didn't know what was going on at his dock, and everything was right under his nose. So I'd fire him. That's what I'd do.
I definitely agree with that. I also think it was good social commentary, even though it's in the world of Star Wars. It's very relevant to our own world, how quickly people are willing to sell out their morals, their integrity, their honesty, for the sake of money and greed. And it is an unfortunately incredibly motivating factor for so many people.
Very few things are priceless in this world. You'll let us know what you thought about this episode down below in the comments. And thanks so much for checking out our reaction for Clone Wars Season 3, Episode 5, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.